Hi there, welcome. In this video, I'd like to talk about our sixth sense, that gut feeling sometimes that we have that we think or we feel something's not quite right. We might be cooking, cleaning, relaxing, and we're fine. And all of a sudden, from nowhere, we get that feeling of anxiety in our chest or tummy area. And we wonder what caused it. I mean, we weren't expecting any bad news or anything like that, but it just hits us and we think, where did it come from? And it takes a while for it to go away. Well, I have realized that that feeling, that gut feeling of something not quite right, but I can't put my finger on it type of thing, it's like a message from your future self to say to you, take care, because in the near future, something could happen that you were unprepared for. Now, I don't want to frighten anyone. So, what I would say is that immediately as you get that feeling, if you can sit and relax, or if not, whatever you're doing, just send some light and love and protection along your path and send it as far as possible. Now, the gut feeling might not tell you exactly what is going to happen and when it's going to happen, but the fact that you got it means that it would it would be happening sort of fairly soon in your timeline. So I would say even extend the healing, the protection, the psychic protection out into your timeline for at least a month, and for like good measure, maybe 2 months as well. Okay, and you can do it. I don't know if you've got like your favorite way of protecting yourself psychically, but you can put yourself in like a bubble, a protective bubble of some kind, and you can fill it with all kinds of colors. Your favorite color, gold is a good one, blue is healing, so is yellow. And just imagine that it's surrounding you and surrounding your path every single day. As soon as you wake up from your bed, and if you have any journeys outside, whether walking or any kind of vehicle whatsoever, you imagine that you're filling that particular vehicle or your own body if you're walking with protective light. So use your own imagination. The thing is to do it, because every day when we wake up and we go out the door and we just think, in fact, we don't even think, a lot of us don't think that there's psychic debris out there that can attach itself to us and maybe cause some kind of harm to some degree or other, even if it's just picking up, I don't know, like an allergy or somebody else's cold or some kind of psychic attack. Because without the protection, we are vulnerable. I mean, when we go when we have to go out and it's raining, we take a brolly, or if you've got a rain mac or boots, Wellington boots, or some such thing. And um, if it's snowing, raining, whatever, we take some kind of protective clothing to protect us, our physical body. But our spiritual bodies also need protection from psychic debris that's floating out there. Where people have like bad thoughts, angry thoughts, vicious thoughts, and you could pick it up, especially if you're a little bit down or depressed, you're not feeling too well. It's easy for that to cling to your aura, and then it dirties your aura. So you would go outside and you're fine, you do whatever you have to do, and then as you're out there, you start to feel like down and depressed and more tired than you should. and then you bring that back in the house. And the better thing to do would be take all those clothes off and put them in the washing machine, or if you haven't got a washing machine, put them in a tub or something and wash those clothes. And you also have a bath or a shower and wash your hair from top to bottom to get rid of all that debris, that psychic debris. So as I said again, the sixth sense is it's like a little nudge, a little kind of trigger from your future self to say to you, there's something that's going to be in your path that you need to be careful of. And if we didn't have all this interference like we do now, with the other side trying to destroy us in every which way, if we didn't have this psychic battle going on all the time around us to take away our powers, we would be able to pick up more on this and have a more clear understanding and idea while we're getting this gut feeling, this spider sense, this tingling. But we're such powerful people that even with all the lack and limitation that's been put around us, we still have that kind of feeling, even though it's, as I said, it's so diminished. We still have it, but we just think, oh, why did I get that? It's so awful. I wish it would go away. We might hold our tummy, we might, hold our chest and kind of deal with it until it goes away. So, so now you know when you get that feeling, what it really means, and you can protect yourself. And it's a good idea even if you don't get that feeling every day before you go out, you just say, I send love ahead of me on the path that I'm going to walk today, the vehicles that I'm going to use. And you should do that for your you should do that for yourself. And if you have any children, any siblings, do it for them. And you don't have to tell them if you don't want to, just do it, and it would also work. And also for any pets that you may have. So yeah, I think that's it really. Your sixth sense is just so amazing. And if you were to do like regular meditation, you only need to do a few minutes a day or every few days or a couple of times a week. The thing is to do it, because we are so vulnerable with all the all the psychic negative things that's going on out there, and like all the wars that we're having now, and all the pain from the people who are in wars and who've been destroyed, and the families that they might have that's left behind, all that kind of grief and pain that goes into the atmosphere, and it doesn't just stay in one place. It's not localized, it just moves out. And so sometimes you might be doing something, you might even feel sad. You might be walking down the road, you feel sad, and you don't know why you feel sad, and you're just picking up on somebody else's pain. So a good thing would be, as I said, protect yourself before you go out and just send love into the atmosphere once or twice a day. It doesn't cost you anything. It would help somebody that you don't know, and at one point it might come back to help you. I mean, I'll just give you a brief. It's not to do with the psychic, with the gut feeling, the sixth sense. But there was a time I went out. I was about, I think, 6 months pregnant, and I went out to have my hair done, and I said, love ahead of me, even, way back then, love ahead of me. And I'm sitting and I'm waiting to have my hair done. And then there weren't as many hairdressers as there normally were, because a few called in sick or whatever reason. So I had to wait super long. And I told the lady, look, I'm gonna go, I'm just gonna leave. And she kept saying, hold on, hold on, hold on. And I felt, you know what, she really does need the money because she just sort of started out, on her own and then have a few like, I don't know what you call them, like the rent chairs or something like that. So anyway, feeling sorry for her, it's getting dark and dark and dark. And honestly, by the time she finished, she did eventually do my hair. It was like 11:30 at night, and it was like in the dead of winter. So I go outside now, and I'm waiting for a bus, and it's dark. I'm pregnant. I'm feeling like really vulnerable, scared. And I'm thinking I'm sending light and love around me, love and light around me. Standing by the bus stop, this car pulled up. It said, "Hello, Diana." I'm like, I know your face. And then they shoved their face, bit, they rounded the window down a bit more. It was somebody that I hadn't seen in like 10, 15 years, had left the country and came back, and we kind of lost contact. And it was just so strange because I'm standing there, road is, empty, lonely. I'm feeling light and love around me, light and love around me, protection, light and love. This car pulls up and they said, Dan, what are you doing standing here so late at night and you're pregnant? And I said, I'm waiting for a bus, but I don't know if it's like the night buses have started and they're not as regular as the normal day buses. I said, I don't know, but I'm a bit worried. They said, hop in and I'll take you home. I couldn't believe it. 10 to 15 years I hadn't seen this person, and they pulled up at the right time, took me from the hairdressers all the way to my door, which was about maybe like 4 miles, something like that. So what I'm saying is that the love that we send out, the light that we send out, it comes back to us in unexpected ways. And I've had this on so many occasions. Anyway, I'll leave that with you. So as I said, be aware, take notice of your gut feelings, your sixth sense, and don't ignore them. All right, don't ignore them. Use that information for yourself, your family, your friends, pets. Okay, take care, Diana.